Oh my God, Zoe Boyd was
Zoe Boyd,
up.
hi.
I always like doing like gay shit like this. Times a change. Hey girls, welcome back to No Straight Answers. This is the very gay podcast where we don't allow straight answers. Let's see. I am thinking about life updates that I might have for you all, but I don't really have any, except something happened to me last weekend that I want to talk about, which is kind of like a food for thought, but I'm going to call it fruit for thought because you get it, because fruit, like fruity's gay. I'm gay. This is a fucking gay podcast. So fruit for thought. Last weekend, I was at a coffee shop in a small town in Ontario, and I was with my friend. Anyways, we were standing in line at this coffee shop, okay? It was early, so no one was really out, but there were these two old ladies in front of us ordering, and one of the old ladies was just staring at me, like so blatantly. So then my mind immediately, girls, just went to, okay, this bitch is late in life coming out of the closet and she must have a crush on me. That's just where my mind went naturally. Which I just want to highlight is the power of the mindset, because I am delusional as fuck. Obviously, this old bitch was not staring at me because she had a crush on me. She was probably staring at me because she's like, who's this fucking dyke lesbian in our little town coffee shop? Like, that's disgusting. I gotta say, girls, I had to train myself to have that mindset, but it's so beautiful to be living in Delulu land. But anyways, that's just some fruit for thought because the mindset is very powerful. Okay, girls, today on the podcast, we have two sports icons, legend, power couple, gay couple, Anastasia Bucsis, who is a badass speed skater, two-time Canadian Olympian, and now is a host for CBC Sports and does broadcasting for the Olympics. And we also have her wife, Diana Matheson, who is also a two-time Olympic bronze medalist, badass Canadian soccer player, and she just started the Northern Super League in Canada. So, Diana Matheson and Anastasia Bucsis, let's go. Girls, before we get into the podcast, we just wanted to give a bit of a content warning. This episode includes discussions about suicide and mental health. We know these topics can be difficult to hear, so if you're in immediate crisis or thinking about suicide, please reach out for support. Listeners in Canada can call or text 988 to connect with the Suicide Crisis Helpline, and if you're listening from another country, please check your local hotlines and resources. Okay, girls, let us commence. Girls, welcome, and thank you for coming on my podcast, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
We're so grateful to be here. Like, we're talking to the Zoe Boyd. This is
Yes, not many get this opportunity, so
No.
you should be grateful.
we are grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. And also, I have a present for you because, oh shit, I forgot to say the price tag off. But
We like that more.
It makes it more authentic.
I just want you guys to be a little bit, just helping you be more stylish.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, sorry. Matching purple. Girls, these slippers are so versatile.
Are they?
We had these in high school, Zoe, so we know.
Well, they're making a comeback because that was,
we know.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're
Feels
welcome.
pretty supportive. I need supportive footwear, so that'll be good. Thank
They
you.
can be worn inside, outside, on the beach, or at the mall. If
I'm
you
going
wanna
to wear
put-
them
You're going to put them
right
on
now.
I'm going to wear them mostly at the mall.
I'm going to wear them at the mall a lot, too.
Yeah.
Are they
But-
going to fit you, Diana? They're one size
won't,
fits all.
They won't. Yeah, they won't be too small then.
Okay. You're not going to put them on right now?
Thank
That's
you.
okay.
I am.
Is that okay? We're
I wouldn't be rude, but that's...
No. I do my best thinking in my mall sandals.
I'll do some ASMR.
Ready?
Yes, do some.
Don't get the dogs. I haven't gotten a petty in years. Been too busy, buddy. I should have gotten one for this podcast.
You
out
should have,
that
but
tat.
I won't look.
Sorry. Thanks.
That's okay.
Do you have any tattoo sponsors? We're looking to get that yellow ring.
Yeah, my
redone.
yellow ring too is faded,
Oh,
unfortunately.
really?
It's okay. It's not.
If anyone wants to tattoo Anastasia, then reach out. Anyways, girls, thank you. I'm going to call you AB and you D because I struggle to enunciate sometimes.
Perfect.
Okay, and your names are very many syllables.
Sorry.
Perfect. D is what I went by for many, many years on the soccer field, so that's perfect.
Okay. You two just got married 2 years ago?
I know.
That's
Can
right.
you believe it? It was just our anniversary. Yeah. Thank you. It's been amazing, honestly. It's been a very stressful, busy time of our lives. My wife has decided and has launched a professional soccer league, which has been it has been a journey, and like I'm so proud of you. So proud of her. But yeah, like getting married and then having 2 crazy careers is a lot at times.
Yeah.
But love conquers all.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's honestly nails that you did that. But I'm going to get into it later, girl, because we got to talk about you too. Okay?
Let's do it.
So how did you guys first meet? Because I know you're both Olympians, but winter, summer.
Yeah.
I know.
So tell me about that.
We met at a party, and it was like it was a gala, which is weird to say because it's not like we're just hanging out in galas, but there was
fundraiser.
It was a fundraiser.
An Olympic fundraiser.
That's a better way to say it. Honestly, like I walked into the room and I immediately thought to myself, I was like, oh my God, there's the little soccer player that scored that goal.
Little soccer player.
That was the first thing that came into my mind, and I was not starstruck, but we just had never met each other, to your point.
Yeah.
Summer and winter don't always mix, and I'm not from Toronto, and she is. And like, I just remember waving at you, and I was like that was my wave. That was my big move.
Wow.
And now we're here.
Wow. What year is this?
2018.
End of
Excuse me,
2018.
right at the
Wow.
very tail end of 2018. We exchanged numbers. I thought I was in the pocket. Like I was making her laugh a lot. So I was like,
nice.
oh boy,
Nice,
here we
AB.
go,
Nice.
Buse. And then she didn't text me back for like months. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah.
Dee.
Yeah, maybe we should get into that. Obviously, we know your first impression of the little soccer player, the awkward wave, but what were you thinking when she just like waved at you so weirdly?
Yeah, I also had a great time that night. I got that was my first of those events, and I think it was Tessa Benham who gave me the tip of get there early before all the guests because you can sample all the stations and try all the wine.
Very
so I was
nice.
also having a very good night.
Yes.
And yeah, no, we flirted a ton, made a bet over a Bare Naked Ladies song that I followed you on Instagram after that. There's 2 things. A, bad texter in general.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
B,
Seriously.
like I hadn't dated any women to that point, and I would probably subconsciously knew what was up, but consciously I wasn't there yet. So also just maybe a little bit of fear. Didn't answer her.
Yeah. So
But I followed you on Instagram, and I think anyone that knows me and my lack of Instagram skills, that right there was
that's a
pretty
big
tell.
move. The
Yeah.
follow. How
I think I commented too.
Yeah, she
Oh
commented.
wow!
Yeah.
That's just
Come on.
a bit desperate.
But
Is it?
we had the Bare Naked Ladies were playing at this fundraiser.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Dee, what do you think their final like song is going to be? And she said, Brian Wilson. And I said, you're wrong. Like, of course it's going to be If I Had $1 Million. Like, this is not a trick question. And she doubled down. And then certainly, I think she still owes me that $20. She never paid it.
And this anecdote is for all the millennials out there. And clearly I wanted you because I was always going to lose that bet.
Yeah, she was
out
always
there.
going to lose it. I knew.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Zoe, what's your favorite Bare Naked Lady song? Great. It's a great band. Great Canadian band. Great Canadian band.
If I had $1 million.
That's the right answer.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. It's the right answer.
Yeah. Did you know that she had a crush on you right away, or were you just like grasping at straws?
I honestly, I found her very attractive right away. I was like, uh-oh. And like, she's very funny and very much someone that like, if you're in, you're in, right? And
Yeah.
I saw so many beautiful moments of her soul that night that I was like, I think she might be interested in this. But I honestly didn't know she was gay. And I didn't also know, like, I'm not an overt flirter, I don't think. And so I was like, I don't know, maybe it was just a good night with really good food and some
Good
cocktails.
drinks,
But
yeah.
No, Anastasia is also very, very good at like reading vibes, reading energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, her read of the situation would have been spot on for sure. Where I'm more like a thinker, and I take longer to like catch up to my feelings, you know. So she was onto it right away.
Wow.
Still didn't text me back.
Yeah, she was playing. She had to make up for the comment on the IG. She had to
Yeah,
dial
she's
it back
like,
a bit.
Yeah,
too
I'm
thirsty.
pretty
She
cool.
got too excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So what would you say your first impression of each other was?
Very charismatic. Very charismatic. Like the whole night I was like, ooh, I want to be hanging out with you. And I think you were hanging out because there were a lot of athletes and we are very lucky. We know a lot of them and consider 99% of them good friends. And I just remember Scott and Tessa were there that night. And you kept hanging out with Virch and Scotty. So we would kind of come in and out of conversations, but the whole night, like I definitely had I had one eye on you.
Wow.
Just observing. That's so creepy. That sounds like I'm like
predator.
some
You predator.
All night. One
Your
eye.
prey and you were dialed.
Literally.
Yeah, but no, it all worked out. And again, we reconnected, I think about 4 months later. And the rest is history. We really owe it all to like Steph Labbe and Georgia Simmerling.
Yeah, that's true. And we owe them an apology, I think, because we didn't acknowledge them enough at our wedding. But they did then
messed up.
after that incident where I didn't text back, we then reconnected in Milton at the Velodrome because Georgia Simmerling talked us both into making the drive to Milton, and that's when we reconnected. So it's all thanks to Steph and Georgia.
Did they know that you two?
Yeah,
guys
because
each
I
other?
was like, what's Dee's deal, you know? And they didn't have like the most fulsome conversation or like answer. They're like,
didn't
I don't know,
answer.
check it out.
Because I didn't have
Like
an
she
answer.
won't reply. But Georgia was the one, again, is like perhaps the most amazing athlete that anyone has ever met. Like she can do any sport ever. And she had transferred to track cycling at that point, had already won a bronze medal from the Olympics.
Damn.
And yeah, she was like, oh, I've got a time trial coming up. And I was a speed skater, so I know what a time trial is. And I was like, Georgia, I don't even have a car. Like, I love Milton. I love your pursuit of your dream, but how am I going to get there? You know, like, we're talking about practice. Like, I am not coming to watch a time trial.
But I did not know that. Because do you know what a time trial is?
Negative.
No, I feel like hockey players don't know. I don't know what and soccer players don't know what a time trial is. It's just a practice in which they like try their hardest to go fast.
You try really
but
hard.
I didn't know that, and like the fact that she invited me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like of course I'll come to support you. Like, do I wear a Canada jersey? She's like, no, you don't have to do that.
He has like it's an O2. Is it Hefner?
No, I
on the
didn't. I
back?
didn't.
Just repping
I didn't.
Effie.
She told me not to, so I didn't wear one.
Pretty cool.
And then so I'm like, I'll come and support you though. It was just like me and Steph in the stands, but. You came because Georgia said I was coming, but this is how oblivious I was. My mom was in town babysitting my nephew, and she was at CBC, so I offered my mom a ride home too. So when I picked her up to drive to Milton, my mom was in the front seat.
Laurel
got to meet you early.
And so I like roll up and I was like, oh dear, I really, really misunderstood this. And like also
Shit.
it all
but
worked
then-
out.
but then-
It worked
then
out.
Poor
we-
Laurel had to sit in the back seat.
Yeah, she did. But then by the time, we drove the hour and a half home in traffic and we had dinner with Steph and Georgia, and then we spent the rest of the night chatting. Like Steph and Georgia, I think, went to a hockey game. There was a Canada-US game, and we stayed and we chatted and we
Flirted.
spent the next 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, shit.
And then
By the end
that
of
was
it, yeah. By the end of it, we were like, I was like, do I give out you a hug? Like,
Did you
it
guys
was like,
smooch, be honest?
No.
You didn't
promise.
smooch?
No.
No,
Not
I
even
wasn't. No, I wasn't.
in
there
his
yet.
a handhold? No?
No.
Really?
No. Because at that point, I was like, this is the longest dinner I've ever had with someone I've just met in my life. Like,
Yeah, that's really gay.
Yeah, it was. It really was. And I remember though, like walking you to the car because I had left my jacket or something, and being like, should we hug? Should we kiss?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Chapter
then
2.
what after that? Did you guys hang out just on your own, or was it still like...
No, I then left for Portugal for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because Canada we were at the Algarve Cup, so I was gone for the next 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just texted for 3 weeks straight.
Flirting texting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, at that point,
shit. She
so-
was answering her phone after that.
Yeah, then I was
Yeah, she was
answering.
really
To the
good.
record, then I was answering.
Yeah, Dee actually upgraded from like a dial, whatever, one of those phones. Yeah, she got a smartphone. No, but like I remember you got on you got on the plane to go to the Algarve, and I was like, well, I wonder how long this is going to take us to like restart this conversation. And you had like liked one of my tweets. And I just thought,
you
I
with
was
the
like,
social media.
I
They
know,
gotta
right?
take that
He's such an
social media away from
influencer.
you, girl.
But really, it was like you liked a tweet, and I was like, okay, hook, line, and sinker.
That's
It's
it.
on. Yeah.
She liked
Here
my
we
tweet.
are. Like just so unhinged. But yeah, that was, I remember I was like in a meeting, and I was like, she liked a tweet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Once that tweet gets liked, you know you're in. Wow, nice, D.
Thanks.
That a girl. So who do you think made? Then who made the first move? Would you say? Like technically you, but like who made the first actual move? Like let's make this admit their feelings.
Oh gosh. I think like
You would have made all the first moves for sure. But then like, it was 3 weeks of texting. So then I feel like we had a lot of time to like share our feelings.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
by the time
so
we came home and
during
went on
that-
like the first official date, like we
Okay.
knew we liked each
Yeah,
other.
we
So
knew we
during
liked
that
each
3
other.
weeks.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But I think it like also offered us some really like healthy space because to your point, like you had not dated a woman prior to. And that's just like one of the things that I appreciate most about that time. Like I feel as though it was just such a healthy, like really constructive conversation. And we got to know each other in a way that you know how it is. You'd like stay up till 4 a.m. and you're like, I gotta go to bed. But you're still texting. And then when we came home, we went for a dinner, and it was halfway through.
Then you had your first kiss. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Damn, you girls are so wise. That's a really
I
wise
thought you were gonna
way
say
to
we're so
put it.
wild.
It's so
We're like,
wise.
yeah, we are.
No, definitely not wild with your tweet likes and your
not
Instagram
that
comment.
wild.
That's not super out of this town. Was that? How was that for you, D? Like not knowing that you liked women before, and then Anastasia comes along, and you're like, oh, what are these feelings? Like, was that a hard time for you, or like, were you pretty?
Not really. I feel
Smooth
like
sailing?
it was kind of, honestly, it was a little bit smooth sailing. I feel like we have very different coming out journeys, like very young for you. Me, I was 35 when we met. And I'd never had a really meaningful relationship and thought about it, certainly. I was kind of open to anything. And then when we met, it was just it clicked. And it wasn't, I was 35 instead of being a teenager in her early 20s. I feel like I was comfortable with myself a bit more. And I'd grown up on, a soccer team that always had some,
Gay
pretty
bitches.
badass lesbians on it, and it was always like, we were always around some just pretty incredible people that happened to be with other women. So it was like just always
had
a
the
bit more part of my life by then.
Yeah, you had the exposure. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
like
totally.
you
And I was 35, you know what I mean? That makes
Yeah.
a huge difference, I think,
Yeah.
too. So I feel like I was really lucky. So honestly, yeah, pretty smooth sailing.
I'm really
Thanks.
happy to hear that. I love a smooth sail.
Yeah, that's nice.
And now you guys have 2 cats together. That's beautiful.
Thanks.
This is just the story keeps getting better and better. And one is
Yeah.
named Caddy.
Caddy and Mo. Yeah. And
Who came
Who
up
knows?
with Caddy? I'd like to know. That's so original.
thanks.
Yeah.
You know what?
How did
Our
you-
vet
we're
gives
putting
us
a-
compliments all the time, but I
Caddy.
think the vet may
Yeah,
give
they
everyone
said they've
compliments.
never had another caddy.
They're
at the
they're
vet.
always like, we've
Yeah.
never seen a cat that's
Really?
so pretty. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we just were like eating it up.
We
We're
were
like,
calling, we liked the name Caddy, and early days we were just calling her Caddy. And then I think enough people were saying, okay, but what are
What's
you
the real
really
name?
going to call her? And then we were like,
said
no,
Caddy.
her name is Caddy.
Okay, I'm been asking you guys a lot about your relationship. So last question about your relationship. Okay, it's been what was it? 2019. 6 years.
Yeah.
6 years in of knowing each other, getting to know each other, and loving each other. What is your favorite thing about each other? Go.
Oh my gosh.
Diana came into my world and made me 100% better in every single category. So it's very
Ditto.
difficult to pinpoint just one. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if this is an appropriate answer, but what I love about you is that you are so capable in so many categories across your life, and you take care of so many people, and you truly get things done, and you dream and you work hard and you lay your heart on the, ice. Sorry. But you're also like so naive and innocent in some ways too. Like playing video games with this woman, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like she transforms into an 8-year-old boy, and you're
They're
so
the same size.
like, yes. But like just the commentary, like I just don't think the public knows how funny Diana is too. Like she's very, very, very witty, and I get to see this like intimate snapshot of someone, and I get to share my life with you, and I am so blessed every single day, even in the tough days, to like get to witness her brilliance and for her to witness my 6 out of 10. You know what I mean?
6 out of 10. Okay, and time. Okay, all the greatest things about Anastasia.
Oh my gosh.
Literally like the most loving human. Like she is just always giving to other people. Like I said, she's a very, very good like energy reader, vibe reader. She's always very aware of everyone around her. I think that's what makes her such a good interviewer. Like she can just stay like very tuned in with who she's present with. And just so driven, but competitive, but only about like the things like that actually matter. Like doesn't give a shit about a card game or a board game or a video game.
People hate that.
Or winning those things. Yeah, and just generally incredible human.
Oh, girls, I have to tell you, like, I don't know if I'm about to get my period or something, but like that almost brought me tears to my eyes. Okay, that was really
Thanks.
beautiful.
Thank you for bringing up your period, because you know what?
Tell me.
I am annoyed as a woman in sport how little we talk about.
Are we getting into this?
Menstrual
No, we talk
health.
about
We
this
can talk
all
about
the time.
menstrual
We don't
health.
need to,
Let's
but
talk
I am
about it.
like,
No,
I
let's.
just for the
Yes,
record,
please.
like we need to talk about it more.
Okay, hit
And
me, girl.
No, we talk about this all the time. Like when we're grandmothers and we're talking to our grandchildren, we're going to be like, back in our day, we didn't have women's medicine. Like it's true.
it's wild.
We
yeah.
didn't.
It honestly is true, girls. And I don't know about you guys. I get the worst period cramps and I turn into a complete fucking bitch. Like, just like full 180. Like, I don't recognize myself when I look in the mirror. Like, don't come near me when I'm on my period. And on top of that, you're expected to show up to practice, the rink, games, whatever, the field. Like, it's actually crazy that we do that. It's underestimated how hard it is to go through your period and like show up and still be expected to be like
100%. And like, I'm not trying to give you unsolicited advice in any capacity.
Give me,
but
girl. Give it
as
to me.
someone who lived their life, like I skated for a long, long time and had a lot of wonderful people around me, but it just was, again, never a conversation that was had.
Yeah.
And now reconnecting back with old teammates and like knowing folks that have had struggles. I have struggles with my menstrual health. I had to get endometriosis surgery last year, and like it blew my hair back. I was like, how have I been so privileged? I am the most privileged human being. I played sports for a living, you know? Mm-hmm. And like, I didn't even have any clarity on this. And I had so many amazing physicians around me at one point in time, but it just, again, was just a conversation that never was talked about. I'm like, that can't be the truth. Like, it can't be the reality anymore. We go through this every month, and like, this is health. Like, menstrual health is health.
Girl.
No,
And
we're
living in
like
a man's
for-
world, girl.
Yeah.
That's-
We are. Yeah.
And
I'm
for
sorry
that millennial audience out there, perimenopause. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Perimenopause.
41 right here. It's real.
Period, girl.
I know we're supposed to be talking about gay stuff, but I did
I'm
just
pretty
have
sure
to say
Periods
this
are
is,
gay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Also,
like,
for some people.
we got to talk about them.
No, we do. Okay, so I want to just dial it in on you. Okay, AB?
Okay.
So no offense, D. Like, just take a seat for a
Just
second.
take a little nap, Rooney.
Yeah. Just try not to distract us.
Okay.
Okay. You have a very impressive career. Okay? You're 2-time Olympian, and now you're CBC broadcaster. You broadcast the Olympics. You're an advocate for women's sports and LGBTQ+. But you know what, the thing that really stuck out to me most, you can probably guess it, but if you guys don't know, AB when she came out publicly, like in 2013, right before the Sochi Olympics in 2014. And that was at a time, like, correct me if I'm wrong, that Russia had just passed some anti-LGBTQ plus laws, right? So for you to come out, that's fucking nails, girl. Like, right after that, like, right before the Sochi Olympics, which were obviously in Russia, like, take me through that and what led you to that decision. And I honestly just have mad respect for you for that. Like, that's so cool.
Thank you.
No problem. It gave me a little bit of goosebumps.
No, it makes, honestly, it's fascinating because sometimes I get asked questions and I won't lie to you. Like, I've been asked some questions multiple times and you find yourself kind of just saying pucks in deep, to be honest. Like, it's just like a little bit of a muscle memory. But yeah, it was wild. Like, if I really allow myself to go back to that place, I would start the story, I suppose, hopefully quickly. Keep me honest. Give me like 45 seconds. I really struggled in my first Olympics, Vancouver 2010, because I was just so naive. I was 20 when I qualified for those games. I came out kind of as a dark horse, and I had just focused solely on parts of my life. I had compartmentalized my sexuality. I was very asexual. I didn't date boys. I didn't date girls. Like, that was something, it was just not a conversation in my brain. And born and raised very Roman Catholic, like, being queer and then intersecting faith is also very heavy and confusing and very, very lonely.
I bet.
So I struggled mightily with my mental health because I was still in the closet through Vancouver up until about 2012. And truly, like, I don't say this flippantly in any capacity, like, it almost killed me. Like, I was really, really, really clinically depressed. The anxiety that I felt in my personal life, you know, being in the closet, not having any gay friends, not really having any gay role models. I mean, this is 2013, so it's like, okay, it's not that long ago, but it was a very, very, very different landscape. Like, we did not have conversations like this ever.
In gay years, it's long.
It's a long time. Yeah. Like, I didn't even have conversations like this, not on a podcast, but just even with friends.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
doors.
I felt like I was an alien. And unfortunately, just that stress, you know, again, eroding my mental health, and I had such a toxic lack of self-love, and I felt like I was lying to everyone. Like, it was just such an all-encompassing issue that prior to essentially coming out, like, I quickly realized that nothing really mattered if you just hate yourself. Like, it doesn't matter how fast you can skate around in a circle. It doesn't matter if you win a gold medal. Like, if you're not enough without a gold medal, you're never going to be enough with a gold medal. I'm stealing that from John Candy, but that's a pretty powerful damn quote, is it not? Like,
it certainly is. Yeah.
And it was just so bleak in the lead up to Sochi, unfortunately. And I felt as though I had let so many people down because, you know, as an athlete, you think you always have to, progress like this. And I had really hit a plateau because I was flirting with ending my life. And so, yeah, to then have that opportunity and go, I don't even care if I go to the Olympics. Of course, I cared if I went to my second Olympics, but like, I just recognized that using my voice and telling my story, especially this was in September. So we had a few months to be like, who's going to come out? Like, I'd remember talking to friends from Canada on different teams and American friends and everything, like, who's going to come out? And no one had done it. And I just was like, I can't live my life this way. I've already gone to an Olympics. You know, I've achieved things in sport. I think I have more to achieve. But if my legacy is that I've used my voice and my name to, like, hopefully help one other kid, because I knew how much I struggled in Canada. I couldn't even imagine being youth in Russia with anti-LGBTQ laws that are linking your orientation to pedophilia. I knew that was bigger than anything I could achieve skating around in a circle. And I'm so glad I did. It was very overwhelming. I mean, at the point in time, I was the only one from North America kind of in the lead up and at the games that was out. So yeah, it was wild. Like, my grandma like in Southwest Calgary had journalists calling her landline, you
No
know?
way.
And she was like, what?
No way.
Yeah, so it was very overwhelming, but I am so grateful. And that is truly like the most empowering, impactful feeling I think I've ever felt, aside from meeting my beautiful wife. Just like standing on the line in Sochi and just being proud of myself for the journey, regardless of what was going to happen after that gun went. And that it's like, you know, I felt like I had already won. Like I could have come DFL and I would have still been so proud. And it just took all of the weight of the results off because I was proud of myself for perhaps one of the first few times in my entire life.
Fuck. I think you make all of Canada proud too. Like, and honestly, 2013, I was 13 and there wasn't like you said, there wasn't really any representation. So for you to have the balls to do that, like, especially when you're struggling so much with yourself, like I can't imagine how hard that would have been. So for you to do that and do it for everyone around you who was struggling with the same thing, that's fucking nails.
Thank you.
That is like, girl, I don't even know what to say. You got me speechless, girl.
Yeah. It's bizarre when it like feels like it was still yesterday. But yeah, it's been a long enough time now that it's nice to see perhaps if it did help anyone.
Okay, yeah. So here's the stats. At the Sochi Olympics in 2014, there were only 7 openly gay athletes competing. Flash forward to Paris 2024, there were 199 openly gay athletes competing. So I feel like the proof is in the pudding. Like, really,
if I could play a little role,
they're all openly gay because of me. But I mean, if people like you weren't brave enough to do that, like, you know, it just takes a few people that are brave enough and willing to stick their necks out for other people, and you know, I don't know. It's just that's like one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
Thank you, and I gotta give some love to a few hockey players too. I mean, Carolyn Ouellette and Julie Chu, I met them at that point in time. Like, I had so many wonderful people around me that really gave me power and strength and like a community to finally find myself. Like I met Caro and my life changed immediately. I was like, oh my God, I found my people. And it's so bad because I'm so bad at hockey.
You know what?
Right?
You can count on you can count on the hockey players to be gay. Well, you're a good skater though. So
Great
sometimes. We play shinny. Actually, Dee's looking for she's found I think a beer league team. Yeah, she's not a bender. I won't lie.
Did you grow up playing hockey?
Yeah, I grew up playing. Shout out Oakville Hornets. Yeah,
played
through the end of high school. Yeah.
No way. Like high level?
Not the highest level. I tried out for the provincial team once.
Yeah.
And that's as high as I made
That's
it.
pretty good,
Wow,
Dee.
yeah, I would say so.
I was a bit small for hockey, I think.
Oh, you must have been a little speedy one.
Yeah, I was speedy. I like good vision and awareness.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, Dee. That's the important
Average
part.
hands.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like,
Worked hard. I worked hard.
Girl. Wow. Okay, and last follow-up question about just that whole experience for you. How was the support, or hopefully not, but maybe lack thereof, like from your teammates and just everyone around you? Like, did you feel support during that time, or was that?
I did to the extent that I think everyone could meet me there. And it's weird because it's weird to have this conversation in 2025 because there are there's privilege with hindsight and you have clarity. And there are times when I've thought, did I do enough? Like, should I have done something more significant? And I remember having some really phenomenal mentors like Mark Tewksbury and Brian Burke they're both dear friends, and, asking their advice as to what role I could play at the Olympics. And we very much were like, let's go out and skate as fast as we can. You've said your piece, like whoever needs to read this story or connect with you will, like, just go out and honor the little 4-year-old kid that started speed skating. And so that's really kind of the mindset that I brought into the Olympics. But yeah, there are times when I thought, could I have done more? which is a little heavy, to be honest. As it pertains to support, I'm repeating myself, but I think that everyone met me to the extent that they could. And it was a very, very, very new conversation at that point in time. Like, I got a lot of like, okay, cool. Like, we support you, but like, why do you need to talk about this? You know, like, so it was a bit of like, I don't want to say shut up and dribble, but certainly there was space for it, but I don't think anyone really knew how to own it. And I will give the COC big props, because coming out of Sochi, they launched like a formal program called One Team that was very intentional and, you know, education based. And I know that there's been tremendous conversations that have evolved and come about because of initiatives like that. And I do think Canada is world leading in a number of ways as it pertains to supporting athletes.
AB, thank you for that. I'm done with you now, though.
Perfect.
So if you can please dial it back in. D,
Yep.
you're also impressive. Okay,
Thanks.
you're welcome. You're the thing that stands out to me the most about you is, I already told you this, but your 2012 Olympic game winning goal to get you guys bronze, which is the first Olympic medal that Canada has won in women's soccer. Girl, I gotta tell you, you did that, but I grew up always watching the Olympics with my Oma's grandma in German, okay, just so you know.
Yeah.
And this is summer. She lives on a lake. We should be out playing, you know,
Yeah.
in the water. But when the Olympics were on, me and her were like glued to the couch, man, like every time. And when you guys were playing soccer, I still remember like clear as day when you score. Oh my God, me and my Oma were litty titty. Like, we were freaking out. It was like, I still get goosebumps just talking about it and thinking about it, because it's so prominent in my mind. I don't know. I was also 12, by the way, back then. Just, yeah, not to
That's
date
so
you, but
nice.
No, that's like the most impressionable age.
Yeah.
Like 12 is like when it all is birthed.
oh, it was,
Totally. That brings me right back. I have similar memory of watching the 1996 Olympics. Donovan Bailey from Oakville, Ontario, won gold in the 100-meter sprint, and I was at my grandma's cottage, and I
really?
can picture myself clearly in grandma's living room, like cheering on Donovan Bailey.
oh
So,
my gosh.
can
Okay,
totally
that was me
yeah,
for
thanks
you,
for
but
sharing
you,
that.
But you were the Donovan Bailey girl.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that, like, I just told you that gave me goosebumps, just like reliving that. But if it gives me goosebumps, like, it must make you feel something too. So what, like, walk me through like that moment for you. I know it was like a really long time ago. You were like a lot younger then, but like, walk me through that moment.
No need to say that.
Okay,
but-
sorry. That moment for you, and then like even thinking back on it, like, how do you feel about all of that?
Yeah, it is honestly surreal. Very much, because I like shared experience, can remember my first like Olympic memories and those Olympic heroes, and watching it with grandma at the cottage. Yeah, so it is still quite surreal, very out of body. Yeah, the moment itself,
Did you black out?
I didn't remember it.
Yeah.
I got like it very much like in the zone, like no memory. I know that because I got interviewed on the side of the field right after the game, which I've talked about a bit, and they asked me to describe the goal. And if you go back and describe that clip, like, I get it all wrong. I have no idea what happened. I'm like, I think this happened. Sink was probably involved, and anyways, the ball came to me, went in. Like, dead wrong. I have since seen the highlight many times since, so I have a better understanding of what
You have it
actually
on
happened.
repeat playing on
Yeah,
loop
we
in your
play it.
house?
We play it every
That's your
night before bed. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Especially when we're making out. I'm like, I cannot
Yeah.
believe I am
Oh, wow.
kissing 2012 bronze medal
Yeah.
goal scorer Diana Matheson.
GWG, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game winning goal, babe.
Wow. How do you think that like your playing career has shaped you? Like, now you're on the business side of things, and what you're doing is
Yeah.
just equally incredible, if not more incredible than, well, it's hard to beat that, but with the Northern Super League and everything, how do you think that has shaped you into the business side? And You're
Yeah,
obviously still super involved.
like
with
that
the game.
so much. And we like athletes, like we've got to be like, we all work very hard, we're all good at our sport, and then it takes like a lot of luck to do whatever we're doing. Like we've reflected on our journeys, and I think we had very similar athlete experiences until we were about 27 years old. And then at 27 we both got a knee injury, and then fast forward 3 years later, and a ball bounces the right way and I get to put it in, and like now I have my face on Olympic moment. Like the hard work, but also luck. And that 2012 team absolutely shaped so much of what I've been able to be a part of after that. John Herdman was the coach that year. He transformed a team that had come last in the World Cup the year before. Like he put so much more accountability on us as players to be better leaders, to build a better culture, to like talk about what it meant to play for Canada and what those values were. And he said, if you guys think, everything you do is about playing soccer, we've failed you. Like it's about more than that. And now you see like my generation coming out of that team. You can look around and like the 2012ers are everywhere. Like Karina LeBlanc's running Portland, Christine Sinclair, obviously the GOAT, owns Vancouver Rise, part of it. Stephanie Labbe, Robin Gale, sporting directors of Vancouver, Carmelina Moscato, and Rian Wilkinson, two of the top coaches in the world. Kaylin Kyle, top commentator on the world. Like I could keep going. And before that, like all the women soccer players were leaving the sport because we were all jaded and angry. And like it's because of that year shifted things. And then, it gave us the platform to do everything we did after, and it gave the women's national team the platform to keep, win another bronze after that, then win a gold. So it was huge. I'm very, very grateful for that year, for that group of people, for John, for the success that came after, because it was like we were the same group of players before that year that played a lot of soccer and no one knew who we were. And after that, people knew who we were. And when people know who you are, it gives you a little bit more platform to do things. And that's the only reason we could, have a go at building the Northern Super League, is because we had a little bit of a profile to get in rooms we needed to get in. So super, super grateful for all of that.
Damn. And we're grateful for you, girl. Northern Super League is legit. I honestly, I went to the Rapid FC game in Ottawa.
Yeah?
Yeah, loved it.
And vibe check?
Electric. Yeah, we were fired up.
You know what? We got to keep telling people in Ottawa, because that TD Place has a number of seats in that stadium we got to fill. So
they shouldn't.
Yeah, and then right now Ottawa is in a playoff position. So
let's go, girls.
Playoffs are coming up too. Playoffs are beginning in November. First 2 weeks of November are playoffs for all those hockey fans out there. It's just a semifinals. We're doing a 2-game series, so it's a home and away, and it's total score wins. You go to the final. And then the final is in Toronto this year, November 15th. So
okay.
Get your tickets, folks. Let's go.
You homos, listen here. You better
Fill
fucking buy
those
your
stands.
tickets and
Meet
go
some
to
new
the
friends.
games.
Summer
Okay?
and winter do cross.
Yeah,
If you're
summer and
gay,
winter.
At
you will show
BMO
up.
Field on November 15th.
Yes. We're not fucking around. Okay, so we have a few fan questions, okay? They're looking for, mostly my advice, but, I guess you guys can give advice, too. So this one is how to flirt with women plus how to know if said women are gay.
Okay, when I was growing up, I would literally Google how to tell if you're gay. Did you do any of those quizzes?
Yeah.
But it would be
Yeah,
10
it's like
years ago.
if this finger's longer than this finger.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you're
that's
gay.
a sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
What were
for
you
sure.
doing?
That's
Does she
staring
have
at
short? No,
everyone's-
it's is
Yeah.
her ring finger whatever? It's does she like Melissa Etheridge? So stereotypical. How to flirt with a woman, or let's start with how to determine if someone is perhaps queer. I don't know.
I would just say, because you could say they got short nails or whatever they say about lesbians these days. I think it's just the vibe that you get. Usually if you get a vibe from somebody, and it's hard to explain what a vibe is, but usually you can tell, I'm sure you caught a vibe from her when you first, you know what I mean? If you're okay, maybe they're the eye contact is lingering a little longer, or maybe they're laughing at my jokes a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Usually there's a vibe that you have to kind of test the waters.
There's a chemistry that like, and it doesn't even need to be sexual because I think that there's so like such purity in just like lesbian friendships as well. But yeah, it's the chemistry of like, are we playing here? Are we jiving back and forth? Does that make sense?
Yeah. What do you think, Dee?
Do the kids say jiving
I think
these
the
days?
kids are saying jiving.
They're saying
and they're
jive.
playing dice, you know?
Yeah, I agree with all of that.
I will also say, if you're a little nervous, like, what's a tactic? I think, like, perhaps asking safe questions, because you don't want to ever put yourself in a position that you don't feel safe in. But, like, I don't know, like, if I enjoy Jodie Comer as perhaps my celebrity crush, I'm going to ask you about Jodie Comer. I'm going to ask you if you've watched The Hunting Wives. Like, I'm gonna maybe engage in some
Orange is
sort.
the new black.
Yes. That was a biggie.
The L word.
The L word.
You guys probably, it's your generation.
The L word. I have all the L word on DVD
That's really
in Calgary.
gay.
Yeah.
The other half of that question was how to flirt with them. I think girl just tease them, joke around, you know.
That would
Jab
be
cross.
mine. Yeah, a
Yeah.
little teasy.
Yeah.
But you don't
tease.
want to be mean, but yeah.
Not
like,
mean. You
you
got to
know
hit
how
him with
it
that
is.
1-2 combo.
Yeah.
A jab cross, a little tease, and then a little bit you're nice,
Compliment.
and then you're not nice, and then you're it's like
Yeah.
wow. what
Like,
am
may I
gonna get next?
suggest, like, don't answer their texts.
Okay.
But do like a tweet.
bingo, bingo.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like if a girl likes you, she's going to be perhaps the one person that is not speaking to you at times, which can make it difficult. Like, if the girl really likes you, she might be a little bit of a black cat for a bit.
Which again is also part of catching a vibe.
Yeah. It all goes back to the vibes. And
Okay, then the next question from a fan that they want advice on is what to look for in a life partner. So I feel like you two are life partners. You both seem fantastic. I'm just going to let you two handle this one.
when did you know you wanted to get married?
That wasn't the question. I think what do you want in a life partner totally depends on you. It's just got to be like the right fit. You don't have to be the same in everything. Like, you can be opposites in lots of things. Like, she's more like feeler, I'm more logical, but like the important things you vibe on. And like, you know, for me, it was really helpful that Anastasia can reach all the high shelves and get stuff down that I
That is
can't.
very helpful.
So that
no
was
stools
important.
necessary in that household.
Yeah, like
Can I-
stuff like that.
Can I tell a little secret?
What?
I got a little bit of a headache because some cat food actually fell on my head yesterday. Because you
Whoopsie-doodles.
tried to put it up above the washing machine, and she
I knew that
tumbled
wasn't a good idea.
right onto C5. Like,
Yeah.
I got a raging
whoops.
headache right now, but I forgive her. That's why we're partners.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I feel like there was honestly, like, I didn't always believe, like, when you know, you know. I didn't believe that because I have had conversations like that in the past. But with Diana, like, it just genuinely was so clear that this was my person. And the calm that she brought my life in chaos and the excitement that she brought to the mundane parts, like, she literally makes going to a gas station feel fun for me. And partnership, like, I really do feel like we are a tag team wrestling duo. Like, I'm like, we can do anything we put our minds to.
We would be
because
such a good tag
we'd
team.
be really
wrestling
good.
duo.
But I got a bad back and bad knees, so
Yeah,
you'd
actually,
have to
we'd be
do
really
most of the
bad.
wrestling.
Yeah.
I could throw you off the top belt.
Okay.
You don't have good upper body strength.
But
All right.
all that to say, like, I really, really immediately, within, I'm going to say 4 months, I was like, I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person. And that was so beautiful because I was coming from a place where I was like, I'm broken from love. Like, I don't know if this is for me. I might just, like, marry my career. And I'm still very dedicated to my career. And she's, of course, very dedicated to her career. But we've just been so grateful and so much stronger because we're together. And that's been the greatest gift that I've ever received in my life.
Wow. So it sounds like you should just find your best friend. and put a ring on it.
Yes. Yeah, basically do that. Yeah.
All right. Girls, thank you
It's been so fun.
Thanks for having us.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
No, thank you. But before
And thank you for the slippers.
D, you better
you're
be
very
putting those
welcome.
on.
D, better put them on.
Come on, D.
I want to see a photo of you two, both
Okay.
with your slippers, with the cats. Also, the cats in the photo, the slippers in the photo.
Deal.
Okay. But before we hang up this phone call, if you each want to maybe give me one compliment, then that would be okay with me.
Oh my gosh, where do I even start?
I
First
like
and
your
foremost,
outfit.
great style.
No,
but
I already took that one. I said I like your outfit. So that was mine.
yeah, you've got great
Thank you,
style.
Dee.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, what'd you say? My pleasure.
You have great style, but like I think what you're doing is fundamentally empowering other people, and I'm really grateful that kids have someone like you to look up to, playing professionally, but also like doing so much more outside the rink too.
Oh, thank you, AB. That's so much less
And
shallow
she
than
she
these.
really means that too, not just because you asked for a compliment. Like she has said that several times this week.
That's sweet.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah,
Do you
thanks.
guys
It was
want
much more deep than D's.
do you guys want a compliment back?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well we're out of time anyway.
Perfect.
Okay, thanks, girls.